you are a champion, multi-time champion New York Yankee, and you are the captain of the New York Yankees, and you are running around New York City and there's no dirt on you of any kind. I mean, you are pristine. You are perfection. I mean, there's nothing. You don't say a bad word. You don't get in trouble with the law. You've never had an accusation against you. I mean, all these, he lived this perfectly clean life in New York City as a champion and as a captain of the Yankees when they were at their best.
Their peak.
So I didn't see the lineup of all of the women that he's dating. Okay, let's take a look at this. All right, why don't you take us through this, Alex, starting at first base.
Starting at first base, Jordana Brewster of Fast and the Furious fame. She was the sister. Adriana Lima, Victoria's Secret supermodel at second base. Scarlett Johansson, Oscar-nominated actress. At third base, Vanessa Manillo, who I believe was a TRL host on MTV back in the day. Mm-hmm. Left field, Mariah Carey, everyone knows who she is. Center field, Jessica Alba, actress, everyone knows who she is. Right field, Jessica Biel, who is now married to Justin Timberlake, I believe. DH, Tyra Banks, everyone knows who she is. Catcher, Minka Kelly, actress, and his wife is pitcher, Hannah Davis, who's a supermodel.
Wow. So Jeter,
if you go down that list, allegedly most of those women have herpes given to them by Derek Jeter. But that's just a rumor. You didn't hear that from me.
Yeah, I don't know.
You always got the most random information.
I know, and the random rumors. So Here's the thing. But here's the thing about Jeter. Now, as an executive, he's trying to bully the media. Okay, meaning I'm going to be pro player. I'm gonna talk about we did screw up. We definitely took it easy. We were not as considerate to the rules as we should have been, but it wasn't because anybody was out being salacious, which of course we think everybody was out being salacious. But how about Jeter, though, scolding the press? This is what you can do when you're Zooming from home, scolding the press, Not that he couldn't do it in person, but play the beginning part of this, though, Alex, where he's explaining to everybody how offended he is by the coverage. Let's take a look.
After we left spring training and numerous discussions, some of our traveling party had a false sense of security and comfort and how they handle themselves when we left Miami. I'm hoping that the first question today is about the health of our players who've tested positive, because it really has been disheartening to not read anything about that or see many signs of empathy for what they're going through. Instead, we continue to hear and read about rumors about our players' actions in Atlanta, and we need to stop that. Right? Our team and our players deserve better than that. As I mentioned, these guys are sick. Our guys were not running all around town after our game in Atlanta. So I need to ask that stop. They don't deserve that.
All right, let's bring it back. So listen. So I love how Derek Jeter is kind of pushing on the media. Like, hey, what the hell's wrong with you people? Okay. It's like, we got players here. We got ball players here. Okay. They're ball players. We got some ball players here. Them motherfuckers are sick. They're dying. They're in ICU. They're on breathing machines. They're on respirators.
Did he say that?
No, he didn't say that.
I thought I was like, shit, I missed that part.
No, he didn't say it. But what he's saying is, hey, we have players and they are sick. And you know what? You should be compassionate. You should show empathy. And rather than throwing around rumors about where they were and who's giving what sexually transmitted disease to whom, rather than throwing rumors around, JB, how about a little freaking compassion? I got sick ball players over here. I got guys that are sick. Like if I were in the press conference, I'd be like, excuse me, Derek, Mr. Jeter, excuse me. When you say they're sick, I mean, how many of these guys are showing symptoms and how many are asymptomatic? And of those that actually are showing symptoms, how many are being hospitalized right now? How many are in ICU? How many are on ventilators? When you say they're sick and we should show compassion, I would just ask you, shouldn't you be really pissed off that you guys put protocols in place? You guys are perceived as being one of the cheapest ownerships in all of baseball. Maybe you didn't put proper protocol in place because you guys are too damn cheap. And maybe that's the problem here. I just find it interesting how Derek Jeter is scolding the media because he thinks that you should be more concerned about their health rather than how they picked it up.
But you also got to remember that, like you said, this is Derek Jeter who played in the height of the New York Yankees in 90s and 2000s, who was the darling of New York media because he played so well, because he was the captain, because he won championships. He was treated with a different level of respect in New York that I think they give to anybody ever. Honestly, they didn't question the things that he said. So now he's being questioned. He's being trashed for the first time in his life, really, because he has been a terrible owner, president, whatever he is. And now this is the biggest black guy baseball's had so far during this COVID, and now the Cardinals are going to take that too. But this is the first time he's really dealing with adversity, and he was the king of New York media. He could do whatever he wanted over there, and they wouldn't question him. Now he's acting like that still. Like, yo, this is what you guys got to do, not what you're doing. This is the way it's done. He's trying to establish that shit again.
Right. Like, don't you guys know that it's me? It's me, Jeter. It's your guy, right? And everybody in Miami or even national media are like, yeah, this isn't the New York Post and the New York Daily News kissing your ass because you're wearing pinstripes and winning championships. You decided you wanted to become a cool guy. And hey, by the way, Derek, you didn't have to rent your house to Tom Brady. You could be living in that 30,000 square foot mansion on the Intercoastal Waterway in Tampa Bay, but you chose to bring yourself into this mess. So guess what you're going to get? You're going to get the John Elway treatment. Elway was great when he was winning. He has sucked since. So listen, you want to play in a billionaire's world? You got to handle the heat, pal. This isn't New York City in the prime of your career.